So this is day 2 of the conference. We started out with this guy named Justin something who was talking about optimizing your health. We then moved to the founders of GHL and more of a Q&A session and just learning how did they grow it and how were they doing managing everything. So that was pretty cool to see them there. We had Damon John come up, talk a lot about just his lifestyle, what he's doing right now, and just how he's managing, continuing to reinvent himself in Shark Tank. So that was pretty cool to hear. We then did a pitch competition with 3 of the local students at the university. So I thought that was pretty cool. This one dude had like a video recorded knee brace. So always awesome to see kind of what the next generation is up to and how creative they are. After that, we had to do lunch. Went downstairs and they had this catfish, but y'all, it was this old lady that was really trying to heckle me, knowing I'm coming to the cafeteria to eat some food. But that catfish though, and them cookies, they was busting. So after lunch, we went back to our leadership tracks. So this was him talking about like the 5 love languages and appreciation to your team. We then later on came and did an exercise where you had to pick your values and get them down to 5. So these were mine: faith, family, integrity, growth, and fitness. This is my guy, Dr. Attaway, best leadership coach I know. We then come back to day 3. So this is us coming in. Shout out to all the vendors that were there. Yo, shout out to Capstone. If you're in Arkansas, I think that's some great therapy you should look into. But this is me and the fellas walking in on day 3. Karen started it off talking about operations and making sure that you could step away from your business instead of letting your business run you, and what does that look like. We then have Matt DeSano get up there and talk about essentially the power of saying no and how that can help you to grow as a business owner. We then have Vinny get up and talk about why we don't need to be the hero, but instead how we can identify that and fix it in our business. We had lunch. Mine was just chicken breast and cornbread. Yes, simple, I know. Then we had Gary Chapman talking about, of course, the 5 love languages and what does that look like to apply that in marriage and other areas. Of course, I had to get that photo opportunity. So that was pretty cool. Had another leadership track with Vinny just wrapping up about how to make sure we're focusing on leadership as business owners. Then we ended with the keynote with Gary Chapman talking about the 5 love languages and kind of how they came to be and got created. And then, of course, the conference was over. So JC told us, see y'all next year. Everybody got up and we left. Super good conference. Got to see a lot of cool people. Ended the night with some hibachi with my boy Wes. It was cool. You already know we had that yum yum on deck. So this was the end of the conference and day 3.